Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Irad. In today's video, we are going to talk once again about Star Citizen Alpha 4.0. It feels like it's the finishing line for Star Citizen Alpha 4.0. Finally, I've got some good news to say. I've been waiting to tell you some good news, guys, so really excited about this video. We got a giveaway this month for Christmas. I'm giving away 3 prizes. More info at the end of this video. So, before we start anything else, we are going to have once again our elevator update, something that I've done in the past videos at the very start. Do they work this time? The answer is yes. I've checked at the Obituary, I've checked at Checkmate, and I've checked at Rune Station. They have worked at the hubs, they have worked at the hangars as well. The hangar elevators were also working. So all is good in terms of elevators in Star Citizen Alpha 4.0. That's awesome. Now, speaking of that, the devs have also done a couple of changes with their dedicated game servers. Now, there are 4 dedicated game servers per star system, and this changes everything. I think that this is what makes everything works a little bit smoother, especially since there are lots of entities in the Pyro stations. Pyro is very cluttered with a lot of details. There are also a lot of moons and planets as well, right? Something that, of course, we have that too in the Stanton system, but I would say that the Pyro system is richer in terms of content, not necessarily gameplay, right, but just things that are there in the Pyro system. So that's why I think that having more gameplay, more dedicated servers in the Pyro system was the right choice to do. Everything felt a little bit smoother there. Sometimes there were a little bit of hiccups when we were transitioning from server to server, but all of that was happening in Quantum Drive. So once we were in the other server, nothing really much was happening. I went to some kind of outpost on Monox, and I did. I was just exploring because I didn't know any of the places. These were the first time I was going to these places, and apparently I went to it was like a headhunter or Xenothread outpost, and they were shooting on sight, and I was so surprised. I was just walking around, and all of a sudden, poof, I was getting shot. I was like, what's going on there? And these NPCs, they were quite reactive. They were quite reactive. They're so many. They're like, oh my gosh, there's like a stranger. You know, they were running away. So everybody who had a weapon was starting to rush out and look for me. It was awesome. That was quite a cool experience here, and something that I experienced here in the Pyro system. I did some missions as well. Now, some missions were working, some missions were not working. There are still issues with delivery missions where the markers do not match where your package is, so you have no idea where your package is because the marker just gives you some random place. So that's kind of an issue there. There is one major issue that we need to discuss here, and this is something that's been going on since the very beginning of Alpha 4.0. Apparently, there's like a huge report in the issue council to which I have contributed and to which you can contribute as well. I will put the link in the description down below for you guys to check it out. By the time I reported that, there were already 187 contributions, so that's pretty significant for an issue council report. And yes, the problem is that if you're on Monox, this is something that did not happen to me on Pyro 1, and I have not explored Pyro 3 I'll explore that starting from tomorrow, in fact. But I wanted to focus on Pyro 1 and then Pyro 2, and then I'm going to move on to Pyro 3. But on Pyro 2, I have fallen through the planet at every single location. The only place in which I have not fallen through, I don't know why, maybe I did not try hard enough, I suppose. The only place in which I have not fallen through was Jackson Swap. But every other location I have followed. Sometimes it's random, sometimes you just walk on the ground from one building to another, then poof, you just fall through the floor, as if like there was some kind of hidden trapdoor, you know, that's what it is. And it's extremely frustrating. Overall, I think that performance still in 4.0 is much better. Performance in stations is much better as well. It was also really great to see that there were lots of players everywhere, right? Because now we are having shards with 500 players. That is a huge difference. Even once, technically, that would be 350 players per star system. So that is still making quite a difference. We've got, you know, people doing their business, ships taking off and landing on random locations, and these are players, right? It's awesome. I think it gives a really nice preview of what is going to come with Star Citizen. I would say that the only drawbacks would be that sometimes you spawn in the hab in which there are already a couple of people inside, so that's weird. Like they spawn and they are like AFK in the hab, and then there's another player that spawns, and that other player is also AFK, and then you're the one who spawned, and there are like already 3 people in that hab, so that's kind of weird. But yeah, this is something that CAG need to improve. As long as you can get out of your hab, I'd say that it's not game breaking, but it certainly is weird. And I would also say that the hangars sometimes can be a little bit problematic as well. Like you have stuck in queues and you have to wait for a couple of minutes sometimes before getting out of hangars, so that's also another issue. But overall, much better. So much so that now we are in wave 2. So that means that not just the Evo candies and the subscribers and the best contributors are there, but now they have opened the PTU to more people. So you might check out, maybe you are in wave 2, right? So you might check out and see if you have been invited or not. You should try it out. It's definitely quite something, I would say. The Pyro system, much different than what we have experienced so far, having 2 different systems, right? So there's still lots of things to try out, lots of things to experience, and that I will be reporting, of course, on the channel. So make sure to subscribe to be aware when one of these videos is up. Speaking of subscribing, if you subscribe and comment to the videos, well, you might be in for a chance to win an Anvil Terrapin Medic, or a Crusader Intrepid, or a Star Chaser Combat Pack. You can also join via our Glim contest. There's the link down there in the pinned comment. And for additional entries, you can also become a Patreon or YouTube member. Actually, these give you guaranteed entries if you enter your name right there on Discord. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I would not be able to make all of that content without my Patreon and YouTube members, including Dr. Forbid, Ducky2Ducker, Shadow Rise, and Zero Crusher. I have been Irad, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Next thing I knew, I see my ship blowing up. Yeah. So I got to make more cash per hour. When I'm there to gauge my skills. Next thing I know, the NPC's got a kill. Then I hit the F12 key to tell how mad I get to be. Went out there to start a thread. Next thing I know, Spectrum just wished I was